Hi everyone, and welcome to Morning Coffee Break. Hope everybody's doing good this morning. Today is Friday, August 5th. Currently it's 77 degrees. High today's 84. It's been getting warmer sometimes than what they say. Like it was supposed to be 88. No, it was supposed to be 86, I think, the other day, and it got to 92. Chance of rain 80% today. A storm came yesterday, and I did another ASMR of the thunder and rain, and I did it at a different angle than last time. This one was looking out more like the garden, at the garden. But it won't be out for a few days. I got several hauls, and I've got a drive with us too. No wind. Air quality's 58. That's moderate. And like I was saying, I've got an Aldi haul. This is the one where we went back because I was procrastinating whether I wanted to get the utility cart. And when we went there and got the big, the big haul, and I realized they only had 4 left. And when they mark stuff down at Aldi, they get gone. So I didn't even tell Joy about it, I don't think, at first. I may have said that thing looks neat or something like that. And so we went back, and they only had 2 left. So I got one, and we ended up getting some more things. And that's when I did that short with Kitty inside of it. She wanted to sleep inside of it. So anyway, I've used that since we got it. It's a coffee pot. And it worked great. I just wish it had a little bit bigger wheels on it. That would be, it would work a little bit better in the grass. If the grass is like kind of tall or something. If it had some, excuse me, bigger wheels. Not the hiccups or something. But it works. It works really good. And it saved me some trouble taking when I trimmed the shrubs out there. And then we had to mow the other day. Some of the trimmings were out in the yard, so I had to definitely take them to the road. And I used it, and it worked great. Okay. Last night, what was for dinner? We went ahead and had the Philly steaks, and they were fantastic. And we decided to have pierogies, the ones that I got in that Aldi haul, or was it this one? Well, I got them at Aldi. I think it was the first haul the other day. I got them. If not, it's in the one today. But I decided to have those that were loaded. I think they were like loaded baked potato or loaded potato, something like that. And they were really, really good. They were the Aldi brand, their brand, like Bremer or something like that. I can't remember exactly what they were called. And that was something different instead of fries. We had those last night. So anyway, here's the picture of it so you can see what they look like. I had butter on mine. And that's mayonnaise that got everywhere on the Philly. But those pierogies, it was something different, and they were really good. And the hoagie, of course, was great. And I might be crazy, but those buns, the buns, they're in the fridge now. The buns that we got from Aldi, I swear they seem narrower. They're narrower than they were. They used to be wider. This way used to be wider. I mean, I could be crazy, but I mean, we've got those a lot. And you could tell, I mean, in Logan was just like, yeah, I can tell too. So I don't know. These companies are killing us. It's shrinkflation is what it's called. I sent out, I was going to share a video that I found. It was from the PBS station, or public, and about shrinkflation, because, you know, I've been talking about it for pretty much since the pandemic started. Uh, and it was really happening before then. Things have been happening like ice cream. You know, y'all know ice cream used to be a half a gallon, you know. And now there are all these little round looking things, you know, that are as tall as it used to be maybe, but they weren't, they're skinny like. Uh, but you know, I'd been talking about it, but it wouldn't let me, it wouldn't let me share it like on my community post. I don't know why, but uh, I did share it on Facebook. I was able to share it on Facebook, but not on. I was wanting to send it out to where all y'all could see it. Um, so anyway, what's for dinner tonight? Joy found a recipe for some like a smoked sausage casserole. I don't know if that's what it's called exactly, but and we're gonna have green beans from the garden. I put them in a bag, storage bag, and put them in the fridge. I didn't want them to shrivel or they're so hot, you know, in here. But we were going to have the potatoes in the green beans, but there's potatoes in the casserole, so we're going to have that way. Okay, let's do today's tidbits. Yeah, this when it rains a little bit, it makes it super humid of the evening. Okay. All right, Mississippi residents to be reimbursed for safe rooms. Residents in 8 Mississippi counties can get up to $3,500 to build safe rooms as part of a pilot program. A safe room, aka a storm shelter, is built to withstand 250-mile-per-hour winds, and if in a floodplain, must be built above ground. Well, that makes sense. You wouldn't want it underground if it's a place that floods a lot. About $2.5 million has been set aside for the reimbursements, and authorities expect over 600 safe rooms to be built. I mean, that would be a good thing to have if you were in a hurricane-prone area for sure. I think it'd be a good thing. Okay. South Korea launches first spacecraft to the moon. South Korea launched its first lunar orbiter, Danuri, Thursday. The satellite was launched by SpaceX and will take a long roundabout path to conserve fuel and will arrive in December. Wow, that's a long time to get there. It is carrying 6 science instruments, including a camera for NASA. Danuri is designed to peer into the permanently shadowed ice-filled craters at the lunar poles. Okay, y'all have heard me talk about this. Nobody's got killed or anything in this, so you don't have to worry. But, I mean, it is about these rescues, you know, that I've talked about a lot and had a lot of them where, you know, people they weren't really, they weren't, you know, killed. I mean, they asked for help and were able to get help different places, and they, you know, do rescues, you know, on these mountains and stuff. Well, this is, you know, and I mentioned on some of these where it was really totally the you know, like the person really did something they shouldn't have done. You know, if there was warnings out not to go in that area and they do anyway, and like signs up, they ignore it, volcanoes, let's say, or something, you know, just all this stuff y'all have heard me talk about it. So this is something that I'm not surprised that's happening. Mayor wants Mont Blanc climbers to pay cost of rescue. The mayor of Saint-Gervais-les-Bains in France has revealed plans to charge climbers of Mont Blanc, the highest mountain in the Alps, about $15,300 each. Now this is before they go. They got to pay this. He said the amount will cover their potential rescue and funeral costs. The move comes after some mountaineers tried to ascend the climbing route despite heavy rockfall drought, and heat waves. You know, so in other words, they're saying you're probably going to be killed if you go on this. So we're going to charge you this for the rescue and this for your funeral. You know, and that's probably a good deterrent. I mean, you'd be like, okay, maybe we'll wait till it's a little safer to go, you know. But that, I just wanted to do that one. Like I said, I don't know if I showed it or not. No one was hurt in this one or anything like that. Okay, but y'all have heard me talk about that lots of times, and it's just, you know, some of them are ridiculous. I can see if it's something that happened out of the ordinary and everything was fine that day, but something crazy happened, you know, an earthquake nobody knew about or something, you know. But these that go whenever there's warnings not to go, and even saying, you know, like it's against the law to go or something, you know, like you could be arrested if you go or something, if in some of these signs. And like that guy that took a selfie of himself at a volcano and went past all the ones that's, you know, that where it was cordoned off or whatever, and signs and stuff. And that guy, I believe they arrested him. I mean, if I remember the story, what it said. Okay, here's the last today's tidbits. NASA announces launch date for Artemis 1 moon mission. NASA announced that Artemis 1, its first uncrewed mission around the moon, will roll out to the launch pad on August 18 and will be launched on the 29th. Officials confirmed that the final power-up of Orion, the partially reusable spacecraft used for the mission, has been successful. September 2 will serve as the backup date for the final launch. How much more can we do at the moon, though, really? I mean, come on, there's been so many missions to the moon. What more do we need to know about the moon? Myself, it's just my opinion. Just a lot of money, you know, taxpayers' money and stuff. So, anyway, let's see. Okay, hold on a second. Let me get to nice news. Okay, it's time for nice news, everybody. Everybody seems to be liking it. I hope you enjoy it. They are pretty cool, really. And today's, it doesn't have a picture for this one. It just says Spain is known for incorporating midday siestas, meaning naps, into residents' daily schedules. But the age-old practice, which dates back to ancient Rome and keeps people resting during the hottest part of the day, could become an important tool around the world as intense heat waves continue throughout Europe and beyond. In addition to keeping you inside when it's warmest, taking a post-lunch nap can help you catch up on sleep loss during hot nights and leave you feeling more refreshed and ready to take on the rest of the day. Just remember to set your alarm. Javier Puertas, the vice president of the Spanish Sleep Society, told Fortune the ideal siesta length is 15 to 25 minutes. If your area is battling high heat this summer, try it out and let us know how you feel. Librarian compiles lost notes and items found in library books. Have you ever wondered about whose scrawl is in the margins of your library book, or read a note on the inside cover and imagine who it was for? Sharon McKellar's collection is for you. The librarian compiles items left in library books across Oakland, California, from post-it notes to bus tickets, love letters, postcards, photographs, and more, and uploads them to an online database called Found in a Library Book. I had always collected little things I'd found in library books, and later I knew other people did that too, McKellar recently told NPR, later adding, it lets us be a little bit nosy in a very anonymous way. It's like reading people's secret diaries a little bit, but not knowing who they are. Currently, there are more than 350 items and counting, one of which a curious viewer has even recognized as his own lost note. In the future, McKellar said she hopes the library will hold a writing contest where people can submit short stories that go along with the items. That'd be interesting. Okay. New research suggests humans settled in North America 37,000 years ago. I don't know what that picture is of, really. Archaeologists and historians have long held that North America was first settled by humans around 16,000 years ago, but new research is casting doubt on that belief and suggesting that humans may have been on the continent for much longer. The peer-reviewed study published last month focuses on a tusked mammoth skull and other bones that appear to have been broken deliberately. They were originally found in 2013 at an ancient New Mexico site thought to have been for butchering. A new carbon analysis indicates that the fossils are between 36,250 and 38,900 years old, meaning human activity in North America could be far older than previously thought. What we've got is amazing, lead author Timothy Rowe, a researcher at the University of Texas at Austin, said in the press release. It's not a charismatic site with a beautiful skeleton laid out on its side. It's all busted up, but that's what the story is. Fellow archaeologists have praised his work, with retired professor Mike Collins adding, Tim has done excellent and done thorough work that represents frontier research. It's forging a path that others can learn from and follow. Okay, health startup looks to remodel care in rural America. Rural living offers advantages like peace, quiet, and natural scenery, but one drawback in America is reduced access to health care. Long distances, lack of public transit, and hospital closures are just a few of the access barriers facing members of rural communities in the U.S., many of whom are senior citizens with chronic conditions and modest incomes. I'd say, I know it. We're there. But Homeward Health, a public benefit corporation founded earlier this year, is on a mission to re-architect rural healthcare using a combination of mobile clinics and virtual patient monitoring. Now, instead of driving 90 minutes to a hospital or clinic, which they don't do until they are in a medical emergency, residents can get their medical checkup and testing in the community. Co-founder and president Amar Kendall told Insider in May, drugstore chain Rite Aid announced it had been signed on to host Homeward's mobile care units at locations across rural America, and the company also plans to provide specialized services, beginning with cardiology. Though Homeward's hybrid mobile virtual model is modern, Kendall said the concept is a callback to simpler times. It is reminiscent of the traveling doctor who would make house calls. Well, that's interesting. Okay, everybody, I think that's it on these. Yep, I got those. All right. That's it for nice news today, and that's it for today's Tidbits. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Also, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this out, and hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. All right, everybody, I hope you have a great day. And later on, check out my Aldi haul where we got my utility cart, and Kitty was loving it. And check out that later. I don't have anything else for right now, so everybody have a great day. Oh, I did do a jib jab last night. Joy and I did the tango, so check that out too. Bye, everybody, and God bless.